So in this video, we're going to learn how a tech accelerator became an accelerator that never ends. So as part of our GST webinar series, we had a discussion with William Baubin. So William Baubin is a partner at SOSV Ventures, and specifically, he leads the MOX Accelerator and China Accelerator. So MOX, specifically, it's based in Taiwan. So to give you a little bit of background on MOX, they help startups and teams from all around the world to acquire users for free. So their goal is to drive customer acquisition costs down to zero, and obviously monetize those users. So specifically, they help these teams and startups expand into the fastest growing markets, like, for example, Southeast Asia, South Asia, Middle East, South America, and Eastern Europe. So this is the video.
So, William, I'm very interested to hear you. How does 2021 and the last 13 months compare to, pre-COVID world in terms of your acceleration process, in terms of how you deal with teams, in terms of how you invest? What has been the major shift so far?
So, I'd say the one of the biggest things that my partner Oscar is always pounding on is we have to change 20% of everything we do every year. Now we don't always hit that, but we started with MOX. MOX started about 5.5 years ago, but starting about 2.5-3 years ago, we started to kind of go virtual. We got rid of the traditional batch format, and we started doing modules because just flying teams from all around the world to Taiwan for months at a time didn't really fit the needs of the startups that we were working with. So that when the pandemic hit, we had about 2 years of experience on how to handle, working with teams over, what is now a 6-month period, 3 months plus 3 months, 6-month period. We went to rolling. We still have fundraising modules with batch numbers, but we went to a rolling program. And the other thing that we really changed is we found out that in-person wasn't really actually necessary, but what really helps a lot is our accelerator program never ends now, which is a little weird. So definitionally, we're not an accelerator anymore because by definition, an accelerator has a start and a finish point, and we kind of got rid of that. So we're more of I guess you could say, a platform where we're investing in companies, we're helping them with what they need when they need it. And while the first 6 months is pretty intense, and it's you can think about it almost like a slight change on the traditional program, the modules and the help and the support last forever. So as we've gone into this tough time, early stage is very difficult because you're investing in people a lot. There's not a lot of data to analyze when you're looking at early stage companies, and so it really comes down to people. But how do you understand what drives founders, what drives the company, what they're passionate about, and how they approach their process without meeting them in person? We had already done many investments before COVID without meeting in person, and what's really helped us is the ability to spend that 6-month period of intense working together, helping the companies from the company side. So we invest, we get to know the companies as well as we can. We invest, and then we work very hard with the companies. And then after that comes the double down, where we invest again. So we've always been focused on traction first, then fundraising, as opposed to fundraising, then traction. So it's not like we're writing a check and then working with the companies. We're working with the companies. We write a small check, and we work with the companies, and then we write a bigger check. So it's been a very tough time, a very strange time. We're very heavily exposed to consumer internet, which has been a big help. We're also very heavily exposed to travel, which has been very difficult. We lost a couple of companies there. So right now, we've got 50 companies in India, 54 companies, and we've invested in India just in the last 2 years. And India, Pakistan, they're just getting whacked hard right now. COVID is very, very, very bad for the last 2 weeks. And so right now we're just working with our companies to try and make sure that they survive because there's a lot of people. The hospitals are overloaded. There's a lot of people dying. One of our teams, brother-in-law, the guy just died. He's like, another guy's sister-in-law, she died. She's like 36 years old. This is not the same as the last few waves. So we're just helping our companies just try to stay safe and, put the business on the back burner for a little bit. Because now is not the time to screw around. Whatever strain is out there is nasty stuff.